And good morning. How's everybody doing? Welcome back to the Tuesday edition of live stream Philo in the Philippines, North Caloocan City. Where do you want to live when you move to the Philippines? Topic for today. Good morning, Brian. How are you, brother? Philly Brian. Mike and Marichu, good morning. How are you? Another rainy day here in North Caloocan. Love it 97. Good morning. Colin Maharaj, good morning. Okay, thanks for coming in. Colin. South Forbes Cavite. Or you're saying that you have a cavity. Joke long. Mike and Marichu. South Forbes Cavite. James Lonergan, good morning. How are you, sir? Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Home of the Harley-Davidson Museum. Milwaukee Iron. Tagatai, okay. Been there a couple of times. Very nice down there. Don't go on the weekends. Too much traffic, not on. Dale Dow, good morning. How are you? Ah, Dale, yeah. Dale was at the party. Thanks for stopping by, Dale. It was really nice to meet you, too. That was Dale is a friend of Philly Brian's, who's also riding an NMAX. And we met Dale at the birthday party Saturday. Dale and his wife. Okay, Colin Maharaj is thinking about Cagayan de Oro. And I've heard that's a lovely place. Haven't been there myself. Sorry, I don't know much about it. We have a, who is it? Is it Slim Jim that lives in Cagayan de Oro? Or there's somebody who's very active on my channel, a subscriber who lives there. I can't remember if it's Slim Jim or somebody else. Mike Foodie, good morning. David Kaiser, good morning. Dragon Lady, good morning. Scorpio 7, good morning. David Kaiser is asking about brownouts. No. Very, very rarely do we ever have a brownout here. Very, very rarely. The last one we had was about a month ago. It lasted 5 minutes. And that was probably the only one that we've had in the almost 2 years I've lived here. Mike Foodie, welcome. Dragon Lady from Las Vegas is here. Do you miss the USA? Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I miss it. I don't know if that means I went offline. Hold on. I've still got lights here. Oh, successfully connected. Okay. I'll tell you what I miss. I'll tell you what I miss about the USA. I miss, you know, when I was still a working stiff and earning a good income, and I miss that life that I had because I lived a pretty good life when I was in the USA and I was working. There was never anything to think about. Financially, everything was really, really good for me. Boy, you guys, there must be a problem. There must be a problem with YouTube today. That's the second time it's cut out. So if this doesn't work, we'll try it again next Tuesday. But it's dropped out twice now on me. The chat has dropped out once, and the video dropped out. Mark Doyle, good morning. Slim Jim, all right, brother. Nice to see you. Dragon Lady, it looks like crazy rain. Just any minute now. There's no sun. It's dark. Okay, Dale, just a second. Just a second. It's so hard to do when you're in this Google Hangouts thing. Just a second. He's asking for Melanie's channel, The Adventure of Malai. Let me give you a link. Yeah, I noticed that Dale's wife and Melanie got along pretty good at the party there. Maybe that's why. Where is she? The Adventure of Malai. Here we go. Just a second, folks. Let me post this in here. There you go, Dale. Okay, where are we at now? Dragon Lady's asking about the weather. I answered that. SF Bokaki saw me at the party. All right, yeah. I think when Brian was taking that video, it was just dumping rain. Poultry Boy, if you go back to the States, yeah, I won't be. I really doubt that I'll be going back. I can't afford to live there anymore. Yeah, the internet is something you do miss. You know, a basic connection, because that's what I did for a living. I worked for a communications company, and your basic internet connection there in the USA is probably 80 down and 25 up. That's just a basic, low-cost connection. So yeah, the internet in the USA is tremendous compared to what we have here. Ryan Hall, good morning. How are you? Yeah, it's dropped out a couple of times, which is weird. That hasn't happened hardly ever. We haven't had any issues with the internet this morning, so I think it's a YouTube deal. Dragon Lady says, I wish to have the rain. It's 114 degrees in Vegas. Yeah. Robert V watched a video from 4 years ago. Really? I would be curious to know, Robert V, if you know. Slim Jim, yeah, you are the Cagayan de Oro guy. I knew that. Except when the shooting starts. It's sunny and warm, and it's always good except when the shooting starts. CDO is sunny and warm. Got that. Did you watch Manny P's fight? Yes, I did. Donald Dotson is thinking about Quezon City or Cebu City. Both good, busy places. Quezon City's right next door to us. So, oops, what happened? Okay. My girlfriend likes Lot 2. Oh. Where in the U.S. did you live? Says Scorpio 7. I was in Southern California. Misfit Rider. Hey, Mark. Misfit Rider. You guys are on the road, aren't you? Again? Wow. I don't think my ass could handle. Of course, you're on a much bigger bike, too. You're on a much more comfortable bike than I am. I rode from Angeles home, and my ass was killing me. Melanie and I did yesterday. Had to ride in the rain a little bit, but it was okay. Wasn't too bad. We got some cheap ponchos to wear, and actually, it was the first time that we have. That's about a 3-hour ride uh, from Angeles up to, or down to, sorry. Angeles is north of us, down to North Calocan, and we only got hit with rain a couple of times. Once pretty heavy, and we just said, hey, the hell with it. We've got to get home. I'm actually from Trinidad in the Caribbean. Wow. Cost of living is lower than the USA, but cost of living in the Philippines is lower than okay. Trinidad, wow. South of Iloilo. Boy, there's not much south of Iloilo. Because Iloilo's in southern Panay. Obviously, your house is on the water. Iloilo is the best kept secret in the Philippines. All right. We were over in Iloilo back in March, but didn't, we were only able to stay one day due to timing. We were there with our riding group. Hello from Stephen Varai. Hello from SoCal Senior. Do you see that the Philippines is progressing tremendously with all the growth? Progressing tremendously. When you live here, those are two words that don't often come to mind when you think about the Philippines. Progressing tremendously. I would use those two words to describe like SM malls that are being built, or maybe a hotel in Angeles that's being built. I don't know. Progressing tremendously. The Philippines can't really stand too much more growth, you know. The city is already completely overpopulated. Massively overpopulated. Poultry Boy, how long have you been in the Philippines? Almost 2 years. Mark says we got home yesterday, rode back in the rain as well. Yeah. It wasn't that bad. And surprisingly, we had a couple of moments where there was some sunshine. We actually got to dry off, you know, with the combination of the wind and the sun. We got to dry off. Hey, Philo, how did to Brian's without getting on the highway? How did we get to Brian's house without, or how did we get to Angeles City without getting on the highway? Well, you just take this road called MacArthur Highway. South Iloilo City is the most southern city of Panay. Okay, very nice. We sure liked it there. I wish we could have stayed a little bit longer and explored Iloilo. It looked really neat to me. And Robert V says New Clark City will be the next great place to live in the Philippines. Yeah, it's probably going to be pretty expensive to live there also. You expats that have big bucks will be able to live in New Clark City. It won't be for the average Joe, that's for sure. It'll be for, you know, people who are a little more affluent. Maybe $3,000 a month US, I would imagine, to live, you know, somewhere like that. Maybe progressing to go up all the groceries. Yeah. Slim Jim says only roads and malls. Yeah. Yeah, Slim Jim, I would I was, you know, you and I live quite a distance. Well, we don't really live quite a distance, but I mean on different islands. And I see the same thing here. And I wouldn't even comment on roads here. I mean, the roads here are horrible. There's not a lot of, hi, Mama. There's not a lot of effort to improve any roads here where we live. But malls, yeah, we've got a new mall going up uh, over near Mikawayan, and they're building the mall on a 2-lane road. So imagine the traffic it's going to create, the gridlock it's going to create when that new mall opens. And then they'll come back and start busting up the road, and they'll redo the road after the mall's built. So, and that'll create even more traffic. So, Mark Doyle, I would love to live in Angeles City. Okay. Certainly not a bad place. Certainly not a bad place to live. Stephen Varai says, I left the Philippines in, oh, sorry. Oh, no, I'm caught up. I left the Philippines in 87 and population was only 36 million. Now it's 106 million. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Milo, how are you? Milo, the desert rat of Palm Springs. Yeah, it's yeah, Slim Jim. I've heard that Mindanao is really nice. I don't know a lot about it. I haven't visited there yet. Our good friends Tom and Ruth are down there. Poultry Boy says, I assume you're a pensioner. Do you feel your pension is keeping up with the rate of inflation in the Philippines? Probably not, no. I don't get a raise on my pension, so I would say no, it's not keeping up. Just have to hope for the best. That's all you can do when you're here. Colin, like the channel, gals and guys. I got to go. Okay, thanks, Colin, for coming in. Nice to see you again, brother. Milo says that the malls are the reason why the Philippines are thriving. Filipinos love malls. That's true. Scorpio 7 says you live in the countryside, so you don't see much of the growth. That's not really true. We don't really live in the countryside. We live right next to Quezon City and travel through Quezon a lot. I see a lot of the construction and things that are going on. I understand what you're saying. Uh, I guess I'm looking at the bigger picture more than just buildings that are going up and a new road that might be being built here or there. You mentioned, you know, drastic progression. And I think I'm thinking more about the culture than I am the infrastructure. The infrastructure is still 50 years behind any Western country. The infrastructure here is horrible. And if anything needs to be fixed here, it's the infrastructure and the roads. But there's very little of that going on. So roads have always been the problem. They pave it once, then just patch it polka dot style when it gets run down. Yeah. Slim Jim. Oh, shit, what happened? Slim Jim says, I have nearly 50 years experience. First visit was 67. Seen it grow and love it here. Never going back to Australia. Brian Hall's house is near the beach. Okay. Bat Lash, welcome. How are you, sir? Free aircon and free internet at the mall. Dragon Lady and Slim Jim. Stephen Varai is thinking of moving to Zamboanga in a couple of years. Wow. Good luck with that. Shit. Milo the Desert Rat. I love what you do, living a simple life. Yeah, there's a lot of truth to that. We live a very Filipino lifestyle here. A lot of expats would not live in the house I'm in or live the lifestyle that I live at all. They need more than that, you know. So you have to be able to, like I said, unless you've got $3K a month, you have to learn how to give some things up. Think twice, then one more time. Oh. Zamboanga City would not be the, I don't know. I would say, Stephen, do a little research on that. I would have no problem at all living in Mindanao. That's where my wife is from. I'm not so sure that Zamboanga would be my choice, though. But Mindanao looks just awesome from the vlogs I see there. Dragon Lady. Oh, she's talking to Slim Jim. Angeles City countryside. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. San Fernando or Telebastagan or whatever it's called. Wouldn't be bad. We just drove through it yesterday. So the surrounding areas of Angeles are actually pretty nice, pretty neat. Not so much traffic, you know, not so much craziness. But even Angeles, you know, I was talking to Brian and Tuk Tuk there at the party. There are certain times of day that they don't drive certain roads because, which is the same here where I live, because the traffic is just so so insane. And, you know, there's no discipline on the roads here. People don't have any discipline, so it makes the traffic even worse. Robert Robinson, how are you? Welcome to the chat. He says, I want to live where there isn't too many foreigners and nice beach around, but not Mindanao. Yeah, beaches tend to attract foreigners, so I'm not sure. I would have to think about that for a minute. A beach where there's no foreigners. Moal Ball. Yeah, I always have a hard time saying that. Moal Ball. I think that's on Bohol. Moal Ball. Stephen Varai. Slim Jim. I know Zamboanga. As a matter of fact, I speak Chabacano. Ah. Shit. Boy, this thing is delayed and then it jumps. Okay, Milo is going to Novaliches. Yeah, baby. Milo's going to be my neighbor. We're going to get together for luau at least once a week. Luau breakfast. Loaug City. Ah, yeah. No, not live here all the time, but I did the full Marcos period in Sumakino. Oh. Mr. Wonder Bear. Yes. If you look down in my video list, you will see that I did vlog 100 Islands. Pangasinan. 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 I never say it right. I think it's Pangasinan. Yeah, we went up. I did 2 or 3 videos, I think, on 100 Islands. Look down on my video list. Wayne says, Wayne. Wow. I love the Philippines, and I will be going next year. All right. Scorpio 7, do you find the Filipino women attractive? Yes, I do. Robert Robinson, I will get married in Zamboanga City. I got married in Zamboanga City. I had armed security. Okay. La Union or Bicol, says Batlash. Both very nice places. Yeah, the Brit in the Philippines is over in Bicol, living a super simple life. Sorry, you guys. This thing, it didn't do this last week. Citizen Filipino now. Which great. Hey, James Leonard, I'll be moving to Bacolod. Yeah, very cool there. We'll be there for 3 weeks in October for the Mascara Festival. Hunt down some long-term rentals. There you go. Milo says especially Bukidnon. Yeah, Melanie, my wife's from Bukidnon, Mindanao. You have to be able to live like a Filipino if you want to keep your sanity. Yeah, there's a lot of truth to that. You've got to give up caring about things because, for the most part, they don't care about much here. It's a day at a time, baby. You live a day at a time. You don't think much past that day. I'm thinking of buying some condo in Clark, Smart City. What are your thoughts? Well, if you've got the money to do that, that will provide you a very insulated life in the Philippines. That will keep you away from the real Philippines. And you'll live more like you do in America or whatever Western country you might be from. Clark will provide you with a very insulated Filipino lifestyle. So, or actually, you won't be a Filipino lifestyle at all. It'll be a Western lifestyle. Yeah, if you're bringing enough money with you, that should be fine. I wouldn't mind being able to do the same, but unfortunately, I'm not in that. I'm not in that category. Oh, Moal Ball is in Cebu. Sorry. Cantadanes is a nice place to visit. BD5151, good morning. Just got in from another trip to Wildwood. Oh, I saw that, Brian. Wanted to ride the full circuit on the tram. Jim Grady says, I've heard foreigners are not allowed to own guns in the PI. Jim Grady, I have no knowledge at all about guns in the Philippines. I've never owned a gun myself, so I'm ex-military and had my fill of guns when I was in the military. I've never owned a gun, and I have no opinion on them or wouldn't even begin to tell you what a Mozambique drill is, but I'm sure there's probably a place you can do that. In fact, Philly Bryan has a gun range right down the street from his house there in Angeles. Apparently, anybody can go there and shoot. So, Susan Jinko, good morning. How are you? I'm sorry, I know nothing about guns in the Philippines. Misfit Rider. I have friends here that own guns. There are a lot of loopholes to jump through and fees. Also, home inspections, at least here in the metro area. Okay, there you go. There you go, Jim Grady. Not hard to do, just forget what you had. You won't need it here. So simple. Yeah. Looking to build a house in Lipa. Okay, John Dunn, good morning. It's Jim Grady, yeah. I'll be there for 2 weeks in Makati, also insulated from the mosquitoes. Now, Makati's also a very insulated place to put yourself in the Philippines. You won't have to deal with the real Philippines if you're in Makati. Stone K says, I'm concerned about the serious increase of dengue fever cases in the fields this year. Over 115,000 cases and 500 deaths. Are you concerned in your area? No. Dragon Lady Philippines. Not. Oh, sorry. Jim. Oh, sorry. Danny Gordon says foreigners cannot own a gun in the Philippines. There you go. Milo says exactly. Filipinos can own a gun, but not foreigners. There you go. Maybe you can get a bow and arrow, Jim Grady. Excuse me. Wow, only 5 thumbs up. We are slow today. Things are slowing down, baby. Can you own a machete? Yes, I have it. It's called a bolo. I have one. But, you know, it's really just used for yard work. It's sharp as hell, too. I mean, the bolo that we've got, oh my God. I try to keep it hidden so it doesn't, you know, ever find its way into the wrong hands. But it's scary sharp. We had a guy come by. We always have vendors that roam the neighborhood, you know, and one of the vendors that comes through is a knife sharpener. He's got this bicycle that he pedals. It's got the wheel on it, and man, he can put an edge. You can give him. He can put an edge on any knife in your house. Your wife can own a gun, but not you, says Danny Gordon. I've always wondered, Robert V says, I've always wondered if the crime was really so bad that people had to put up barbed wire and glass on their 8-foot fences. Good question. Another thing I don't know much about, Robert V. Sorry. But yeah, you're right. There's barbed wire, and you see it everywhere. We don't have it on our house. A lot of people do. We also don't see a lot of crime here in the neighborhood that we live in. So I can't comment on that. Sorry. I would imagine the crime is probably worse here than it is, say, in Palm Springs, California. So I can say that. Slim Jim says it must be blunt and plastic. Milo the Desert Rat, what can you suggest as a motorbike to buy that can travel on the tollways? Anything that's a 400 or above. There's a lot of different Chinese makers that are making really, really good quality bikes that are 400cc and up. One is Ace Motorcycles. They make a really nice one. A couple of the other makers escape me right now, but and then any a lot of the problem with like Kawasaki and Suzuki is they're making more of a sport bike in the upper CC, which is a little bit harder to ride, you know, especially for an old guy like me. Susan Jinko says it's 13 thumbs up on hers. Maybe I'm just behind. It shows only 5 on mine. Maybe it'll catch up eventually. Clyde Seaside, how are you, sir? Oh my God, I'm way behind now. Batlash sees 26 thumbs up. Okay. Thanks, you guys. Robert V, didn't see much home crime in my 4 years of living in Angeles City. Yeah. If there is a lot of crime, there's not a lot of people talking about it. Now, I know there is. It's a third world country. There's bound to be. Dennis Adam, good morning, sir. Handmade bolos are made from forged leaf springs. Wow, very cool. Anyone know what the rules are on air guns? No, I don't. Danny Gordon, to travel on most tollways, yeah, you have to have 400cc. Yeah. Slim Jim says the glass on the wire is the reason for low crime. Okay. Yeah, Clyde. Yeah, James Lonergan. We've got a guy that comes around on a bicycle, and he's got the well. It's in one of my vlogs way back. I just thought that was the coolest thing. He pedals away, man, and that That knife sharpener wheel, you know, it's just the coolest thing. If you have an air gun, it has to be permitted too. Okay. Crime here is underreported. Ah. Bandit says, I thought you were Philly. Oh, really? Breaking Traditions, howdy, how are you? Have they introduced the Yamaha Nikon three-wheeler in the Philippines? Good question. I know what you're talking about, Milo, but I'm not sure if we have them here or not. I'll have to look that up. Does the closing of Arcadia on Walking Street have anything to do with the new strict mayor? I don't really know. I thought Arcadia had been closed for quite some time. I don't know much about it. I'm sorry. That's going to be a Philly Bryan question. Although we were on Walking Street. What day? Saturday. We saw a lot of bars that were closed by order of the city of Angeles City. So he's cracking down. Also, Philly's was closed. One of the most popular restaurants there was closed due to some city violation. I don't know. Somebody told me Arcadia had been closed for over a year now, so I don't think that's part of the new mayor. Clyde Seaside, 58 watching and 27 thumbs up. Awesome. 58 watching. Wow. Let me refresh this. Oh, if I refresh this, I'm not gonna touch it. Tess Delgado, good morning. How are you? Andre Ares, what is the best place to live on Philippines if I have only $800 a month passive income? 800 a month. Whew. I don't know. Probably, Andy, somewhere in the province. There's people that live on much less than that. There's Filipino families that live on half that. So, you know, it can be done, but it's, you know, it's going to be a big change in your lifestyle. Big change. Nova Leeches and Caloocan are very safe to live even now. Yeah, I would agree with that. Jack Kane, good morning. Bandit says it looks stupid and it's too expensive, and I don't know. Hey guys, forget about guns and sharp-pointed things. Just live a normal life and you'll enjoy life there. That's true. Forget about guns. Mama Gajambo, the 405 freeway misses you and wants you to know when you're coming back. Not much of a chance, brother, Mama Gajambo. Not much of a chance of coming back there. Maybe, I don't know, maybe for a visit in a year or so, a couple of years, but not much of a chance of ever coming back to the U.S. I think you can live with that amount if you're single, but if you have kids, it will be a little bit tough. That's just my opinion. Yeah, I agree, Dragon Lady. You can certainly live on that. Many people live on half that here. Foreigners have a different mindset when it comes to money. I know guys that say you can't live here for less than $2,500 a month. If you come here with less than that, you're going to struggle. And my God, I would love to have $2,500 a month. If I had that much money to live on here in the Philippines, this whole family, we would live like kings. That's a lot of money here. But I know foreigners that say that's the minimum amount that you need to survive in the Philippines. $2,500 a month. The one to know, the other one to know says he has seen a three-wheeler Nikon here in the Philippines, so it must be available. Joseph Caluche says, hello, do you live close to Brian? I'm 3 hours by motorbike away. I'm 3 hours south of Angeles City. Robert V says, 800 per month, forget it. Stay where you are. Jack Kane, good Dayton. Huh? Oh, sorry, that's not for me. Would you get fined for running on Walking Street? Would you get fined for running on Walking Street? Breaking Traditions, sorry, SF Bokaki, they closed them because of expired business license. Yeah, that's true. That was stated on Skytrax, the disco, said it had, they were operating without a business license, so. Batlash says 800 per month would depend on your lifestyle. And Love at 97 says, I have to go, guys. Okay, Love at 97, thanks for coming by. Breaking Tradition says hi to Dragon Lady. And Jim Grady is talking to Love at 97. And Slim Jim says, Dan the Man, no, but you would get a lot of strange looks. Dan Man. What a Dan Man. Oh. Three-wheelers in the America, you do not need a motorcycle license. Oh, that's true. Yeah. The can't remember the name of that one that's made by the company that makes the new Indian motorcycle. They've got that big three-wheeler, and you're right, that doesn't require, it's like a car, really. It's so big. And SF Bokaki says, with 800 a month, I hope you really like dry fish and rice. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this: we spend about $1,000 a month here on 5 people living in my home here, and we don't eat dried fish and rice hardly ever. So I don't know. Again, Westerners have a different mentality when it comes to money and what they're willing to, the way they're willing to live. So I spend only $200 more a month than that to live here. We've got kids in private school, and we're doing just fine. We had KFC delivery last night, so I don't know. Many people, like I said, think that you need a lot of money to live here. If you watch Duterte's speech to the nation, he said he wants all the bars to close by midnight. Oh. Breaking Traditions, thanks for coming by. I missed Duterte's speech, and I wanted to see it because I thought that was going to be really cool to watch. Bandit says that three-wheelers are chuta hampa. If you want 3 wheels, buy a car already. Okay. I think we can judge by the comments from Bandit that he's not a big fan of three-wheelers. Milo the Desert Rat, at Bandit, 3-wheelers are the new trend in moto riding in the States. It looks cool. It's a head turner on Interstate 10 in California. There you go. I would say that $1,500 a month for now is okay, but inflation is always a factor. Yeah. My father-in-law's monthly salary is around P5,000. They have to do side work to make ends meet, but got on just fine. Monthly salary was P5,000. Yeah. There you go. It's buffering. Okay, let's see. Let's see if refreshing it will help. Okay. Buffering. Okay, I refreshed. Hopefully that helps. I don't know. Last week it was buffering on my end the whole show. Everybody said it was fine, so Now just let me know if it is, and I'll refresh it again. Juan De Leon, good morning. Okay, let's try and get along there and maybe move on from the three-wheeler comments so that Bandit doesn't get so upset and I don't have to boot him out of the room. What's wrong with fried fish and rice? Nothing. There's nothing wrong with it. Susan Jinko says, I love dry fish and rice. And Jim Grady says, Lord, I hate three-wheelers. If you can't ride a bike, just buy a Prius. Okay. MP3 by Piaggio that makes Vespa and Can-Am. Can-Am is the one I'm thinking of, yeah. Or no, not Can-Am. Oh, yeah, Can-Am. The Spider, I think it's called. The Prez is the new marshal in town. Some good things and some bad things. Don Zambori, hello. Robert V says, Philo, you live on $1,000 a month, but you don't pay rent. That's right, and that's what I would recommend that the rest of you do. Find a way that you don't have to pay rent. It makes life so much easier here. Thanks, Clyde. I see your comment there about the speech. Makoto Hasibe, how are you? Welcome to the chat. How about let's see. I missed something, didn't I? The one thing that I can say about three-wheelers is it gives people with disabilities a chance to ride where they wouldn't be able to. You know, I was in a big bike riders group in the USA, and we had probably 10 three-wheelers in the back. And most of those people that were on three-wheelers were disabled and weren't able to ride a two-wheeled motorcycle. So it gave them the opportunity to be a part of a big bike group and go on Saturday morning and Sunday morning rides with other bikers and to get out there and get the wind in their face. So three-wheelers really aren't all that bad. If you look at it from that angle, okay, let's try and be positive about it. I wouldn't buy one myself, but I'm also not disabled. So got it, Clyde. Thanks, buddy. Duterte speech. How about Igado? Igado. Sorry, Don, I'm not sure what you're talking about there. Igado. Mama Gajambo says not needing AC goes a long way if you're on a budget. Not needing air conditioning goes a long way. That's true. We try to only use it for short periods of time here. It does make a big difference, that's for sure, on the electric bill. Somebody says that's yummy Igado. I'm not sure I know what Igado is. I'll have to think about that for a minute. Don Zambori says, I have watched you in other videos. All right. Well, why don't you watch some of my videos, Don? My Asawa and I are looking in Calaocan for a property. Ah. Are you looking in South Calaocan or North Calaocan? There's a big difference. Don't pay rent and you live under a bridge, says Slim Jim. Okay, Jim Grady, thanks for coming by. Our resident Hoosier is logging off. See you all next time. It depends on where you live. You can find a place to rent for under $100. That's true. You can. We have apartments right down the street here that are about $140, which is pretty cheap. And they're nice. I mean, they're Filipino nice, okay? They're not Southern California nice. They're Filipino nice. Oh. How much is your electricity bill and how often do you use AC? I would say our bill's probably about, I don't know, somewhere between 4,000 and 5,000 a month. And we use the AC just intermittently. I couldn't give you an actual amount of minutes per day that we use it. I don't really know. Sorry. That's right, Slim Jim. Dragon Lady says that's right. Let's not draw any attention to PH political comments. It is a dish. It is delicious. Okay. I guess agado is very delicious. Anybody else who likes agado? Dragon Lady. Agado is a food that has a mix of pork meat and liver meat with a mix of veggies. Okay. Awesome. At least they don't have barbed wire and glass on those places in Tondo. Ah, Don says North Calocan. Okay, so we're going to be neighbors. You caught her when you were going to South Calocan via Novaliche. She was coming around the corner at 7-Eleven. Oh, maybe you're talking about your wife? I don't know. I caught your wife in one of my vlogs? That's pretty funny. Milo, has Melanie tried to feed you tuyo for breakfast? Tuyo. Fried fish. Milo, I'm not the biggest fan of fish. We have it every now and then. I'll eat it for dinner. Just in particular, you know, unless it's like bluefin tuna or something, a higher end type fish, I can't stand all the tiny little bones you have to deal with. And, you know, you put a piece of the meat in your mouth and you've got to pull out like 17 of these tiny little bones that are, and I'm just not a fan of, you know, it's a tremendous amount of work for a very small amount of reward here, the fish. So it's just not something I'm really into. And Melanie avoids it for that reason. We don't eat a lot of fish for breakfast. No. You caught her when you were going to South Calaocan via Novaliche. Oh, sorry, I read that already. My elect averages P1300, but no aircon and LED light bulbs. There you go. Slim Jim uses no aircon. Wow. I wouldn't walk around Tondo. I've got a friend, Misfit Rider, who lives in Tondo. Big white guy from the southern USA. He's lived there for, God, 3 or 4 years. Lives in Tondo. Some places, according to Danny Gordon, the electricity is 3 or 4 times the price of the United States. Okay. But Mama Gajambo likes bongus, apparently. Milk fish, a ton of bones, yeah. Fed up, good morning, how are you? Use fans, you don't need aircon. Okay. I'm actually only using a fan right now, so there's some truth to that. Makoto says, I know what you mean by the amount of work for a little meat. Yeah, it's kind of like eating chicken feet. You know, the reward is so small. Some people love chicken feet. I just don't get it. I like to put a big piece of steak in my mouth, you know, and where I can get something that's hearty, and which is something you can't really do here either. So I'm kind of screwed. We eat a lot of pork and chicken in this house. So again, we're Filipino. Dragon Lady, thanks for coming by. Dragon Lady Philippines. From Las Vegas, it's going to cook pancit. Masarap. Clyde Seaside says there are some great parts of Tondo, just not down around the Smoky Mountain. So how was the party? You left early at the party. No, I didn't really leave early. We were there. Let's see, we got there right at 1 o'clock, and I think we left at 5. So we stayed for 4 hours. We left just before it got dark, I think. Yeah, it was still light when we left. Had a good time. Good food. Mitch Bromwell, good morning. Message retracted. Slim Jim says that he had chicken feet yesterday. You got to cook it right. Okay. Do you enjoy eating rice? Don't really enjoy it, but I eat a lot of it. Yeah. I'm actually sick of rice, but I'm Western, so. Don Zambori says, I still do pork ribs. I bought an oven. Oh, really? I buy pork ribs every now and then and cook them on the grill here. Danny Gordon says, we get top round here, about 1 1/4 inch thick. It's not bad. Okay. Joseph Caluche, thank you for the super chat, buddy. The oven does a good job baking. This is unknown to. Yeah, there's not a lot of ovens here, that's for sure. Thanks, Mitch, for coming by, brother. Fed up, where is your better half? She's actually making a video outside, I think. She's editing. Melanie is, I got really sick in Angeles when I was there, and we were supposed to ride home on Sunday morning, and I couldn't get out of bed. I was so sick. We thought it was something from food I had eaten Saturday night at a restaurant that we went out to, but it turns out that Johnny B here with the kids had the exact same symptoms as I did. So we don't know really what it was that I had, but I was sick. Again, we were supposed to ride home Sunday morning and we couldn't. We stayed an extra night in Angeles, but I could barely get out of bed. Paco Bernabe, would you ever consider moving back to the U.S. with Melanie? No, I would not. Fed up, I will say hello. How did you travel to Brian's place? Did you ride your bike there? Yes. Yes, I did. We rode the motorcycle out, Melanie and I. We left here Friday morning about 10:30 and arrived at 1:30 in Angeles. About 3 hours, you guys, okay, to ride up MacArthur Highway. Don Zambori, are you going to be there in November? I live here, Don. James loves the rice at Mang Inasal with the chicken oil. Oh, yeah. Journey with Deval Jack. Hello, sir. How are you? Haven't been able to catch you. Oh, you're back in the U.S. now. Okay. Thanks for your time. Gotta go. Okay, Brian Hall. Thank you. Whoa, what happened? Mitch Bromwell is talking to Dragon Lady. Okay. Danny Gordon, have you thought about building a brick pizza oven? I have not. Butch, I want to live at Baboyan Island. Okay. Butch wants to live at Baboyan Island. Thank you guys all. Take care and God bless. Dragon Lady, thank you. From Las Vegas, baby. Thanks, Mitch, for the super chat. And Fed Up says, watch out for that dengue. It is bad, I heard, but plant plenty of rosemary around the house. Rosemary must help with the mosquitoes. Is it okay to look you up, says Don Zambori. You can join our Facebook page, Don, and chat there. That's fine. Very simple. Go to any video and follow the link at the bottom of the video. Have you been in a situation where you didn't feel safe or was pickpocketed, scammed, etc.? Poultry Boy, never. Not once. In the many trips I've taken here, and I've done some pretty stupid shit. Walking through the streets of Novaliches at 2 a.m. drunk. So I have not been in that situation, no. Although I've been in some places where, you know, when I come to this, it's, oh, when you come to the Philippines in November. Oh yeah, just message on our Facebook page, you know. Poultry Boy, fed up. You know, it's the it appears that the growing season is kind of we're kind of past the growing season now here, and it's like the pepper plants that I have out here. We're only getting maybe where we used to get 25 peppers a day. Now we're getting maybe 50 a week. So the peppers aren't turning from green to red the way they used to, which indicates to me that maybe the growing season is about over here. I don't know. Maybe the lack of sunlight. We don't get much sun anymore because we are in the heart of rainy season. So Melanie's flowers are doing really good. She's got she has a flower garden back there that's just going off, but I don't know if that's going to slow down too, you know, when now that we're not getting any sunshine. Philippines is very safe, in my opinion. This is Poultry Boy. Just don't be stupid and use common sense. Yeah, that's, I mean, just like anywhere. If you were visiting Mexico, that would be your, if you were visiting, you know, Brazil somewhere, that would be the, yeah, it's the same everywhere you go. Yeah, Slim Jim, if you're going to get drunk, stay at home. And get drunk with your wife's brother-in-law, or I mean your wife's brother, or best not to be, you know, best not to be out bar hopping and drunk. Eon Collins, good morning. Good morning from the UK. We'll be in Bagumbang. Oh, Barangay Bagumbang. That's very close to me. Yes, I know where you're talking about. Me and Tito Road ride our bicycles through there quite often. Barangay Bagumbang. Been there, done that. Makoto says it's good to watch other Filipinos, like carrying your backpack in front. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Dennis Adam, yes. I've dried quite a few of the peppers. I did just what you said. Sliced them open. But I'm not hanging them by the thread. We're just drying them on a rice mat. And they're drying out brilliant. It's working really good. I'm actually eating those on my rice instead of eating the ones in the freezer. BD51, Brian, thanks for coming by, brother. Good to see you again. Poultry Boy says the season is over for most fruit-bearing vegetable plants. Yes, I thought so too. Fed Up says the Philippines are safe, just don't go to Baltimore or Chicago. Today in Las Vegas is very hot, 113. How hot does it get in the Philippines? This time of year, it doesn't get that hot. We're in the rainy season. In the summertime, it's going to get... it's not uncommon for it to hit 100 every day. The problem with the Philippines, or the problem in the Philippines, is the humidity. The humidity is also over 100%. So it's just like leaning against a wall when you're walking, you know, so to speak. Sorry, you guys. This thing is delaying on me again, and I'm +1 on drinking at home. Yeah. Slim Jim says nothing good happens after midnight. Juan de Leon says it's always growing season in the Philippines. Certain fruit-bearing trees are done, but others just starting their cycles. Okay. Slim Jim, okay. Have a great day, Slim Jim. From Cagayan de Oro. Wife and I are going shopping. All right. That's always fun. Milo says, I've lived in Chicago. It is a safe place to live. I've lived there for 28 years. I was never scared of my life living there. It is all the fake news media exaggerating the situation. Don Zambori, I will say goodbye for now. Okay, Don, thanks for coming by. Say hi to Melanie, and I hope to look you up in November. Okay. Danny Gordon, message retracted. Milo SF Bokaki says to avoid Detroit. I used to visit Chicago a lot when I was younger. Sure was a cool city. Man. Really good food there in Chicago, too. Wow. Danny Gordon, given time, the unsafe situation will happen. If you use common sense, it is safe for the most part here. Yeah. Poultry Boy 22, what part of SoCal did you live? I lived in Orange County. Orange County, California. Yeah, James Lonergan. Some of the best places. I remember a place called Lauren's Fisheries, which was considered one of the best places to go to get a fish sandwich and to get fried fish and chips. And another place called Raymond's Tacos, which was considered, if you know any of these places, Milo, Lauren's Fisheries and Raymond's Tacos in the city. Or, where were we at there? God, Milo, it's been so many years for me, I can't remember what part of Chicago we were in. Maybe I'll remember. I hope you have my coffee cup safe for me to collect in October. Yeah, I've got them, Clyde. One of the reasons I haven't given anything away in a while is I ran out of stuff. And also, I started to realize that the list I've got is really, the list of winners I have is really long, and most of them have not collected. So I want to try to catch up before, I decided I needed to stop. Number one, I ran out of stuff to give away. Number two, I've got a giant list that needs to be collected, that needs to be dished out to people that have already won. Maybe it was not the best move for me to do that. I don't know. If you do not have a good restaurant in Chicago, it will not last long. Yeah, that's true. James Lonergan, we did eat the deep dish pizza. I don't remember where, though. I'm more of a thin crust guy, so... But yeah, Chicago hot dogs are the best. Milo says that's true. That deep dish pizza is, yeah, I mean, one piece will do you, right? That's something you definitely take home and have for breakfast the next day. Bat Lash, thanks for joining the, he says, hope we can meet up on my next trip home to San Jose del Monte, also very close to here. San Jose del Monte, yes. Boy, all these people in the chat today that are visiting very close to where we live here. That's pretty cool. Thanks for coming in, Batlash. What's it looking like here? $44 watching and 36 thumbs up. Very nice. All right. Very, very nice. Poultry Boy is asking, what is the average price per square meter? Ah, you got me, buddy. I'm sorry, I have no idea. No, I just don't know what the average price per square meter is. I know that you can buy a home and lot here in our subdivision for probably, let's see. Well, you know that if you've been watching the chat, that two-story home that's abandoned was $2.2 million. But I think you can do even better than that. I think there's homes that don't have don't have a big lot here for probably 20,000 USD, 25,000. Mama Gajambo, thanks for joining the chat, buddy. Larry P. from Victorville. Wow. Have driven through Victorville many, many times. And many, many times and going to Vegas or coming home from Vegas. Clyde Seaside, SM North, we are there, brother. Our favorite mall in the Philippines. We have to, we're actually, the Raider is up for service. And you know, my Suzuki dealership is right down the street from SM North. So we might be going maybe this week. The Raider is just destroyed. It's just dirt from front tire to back tire from that ride yesterday in the rain. Oh my God, it's just destroyed. I think it's, you know, about 10 kilos heavier because of dirt that's on it. Not 10 kilos, maybe 5 kilos. Is that a new flag behind you? The colors are so sharp. No. It's actually a blanket, Milo, that I bought in the USA from Amazon. How much are empty lots going for? Another question I just don't know the answer to. I'm sorry, you guys. If I notice any, you know, in my vlog when I'm out doing walkarounds, I'll make sure to make note of that in the vlog, you know. But just off the top of my head, I can't give you a price. I just don't know what they're going for. I'm looking into buying secondhand shipping containers and turning it into a house. Yeah, I'm sure you could do that. No problem. I haven't seen one yet myself, but I don't know. I think there was a show on Netflix where somebody made a house out of a shipping container. there's still a lot of property left here in North Calocan, that's for sure. Especially back behind me here, over towards San Paquita Village and San Paquita Subdivision. There's a lot of really wide open lots, a lot of land left here, you know, where it's a quiet, there's no jeepney traffic, and there's no, I mean, you would have to develop trike service with somebody, you know, if you didn't have your own car or motorcycle. Yeah, it depends on the barangay that you live in. The price per square meter. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Clyde Seaside. That's over by the. Melanie and I rode past those yesterday, and you wouldn't believe it. Um, they were only 2 high all the way around, and I'm almost certain they were 4 high the day that we vlogged that. Those shipping containers were only 2 high all the way around. So um, they've moved a bunch of them out of there, and they're on boats now, probably somewhere. Larry P. Shipping containers that have hazardous chemicals residue. Yeah. Ah, Eon Collins. You're near the sports complex near DeParo Road. Ah, I know it very well. I've logged it, baby. That's also on the way to Tito Rhodes' house. Carl Fernand, good morning. How are you, sir? Paco Bernabe. I'm a Filipino but grew up in Chicago, and now you're in Florida. My wife and I are planning, my wife and I are planning to retire there in a couple of years, debating on the island of Bohol. Bohol is, from what I've heard, a really nice place to live. Probably not a bad choice there, Paco. Poultry Boy, I really enjoy your walking videos. Thank you for that. I'm hoping to do more. I've got some stuff. My next couple of videos will probably be Angeles and the party. I didn't get to do any videos because I got so sick, man. My God, I don't know what happened to me. Somebody named Travel Lit did a couple of vlogs on shipping container houses. Well, there you go. There you go. Eon Collins. There's a channel called Travel Lit. If you can see that there in the comments. Oops. What happened? What happened? What happened? Wait. Okay. Where are the wrenches this morning? I don't know. They're probably having family time with their families. Because it's Sunday where they're at. Or no, sorry. It's Monday where they're at. The Hapsters, welcome from the USA. Hello. What do you think of ESX? I don't know. Can you elaborate, Larry P? ESX, what do I think of ESX? I don't know. I have no idea what that stands for or what it means. I don't know really what to think about Larry. I had to stop watching him because he attacked me on my channel for some reason. He said my wife was too old to walk around in a bikini and that I was an idiot for moving to the Philippines and marrying such an old woman. So I'd have no opinion, really. Are you, Paco says, are you planning on Getting a car, or is the bike enough? So far, the bike is enough. Merc 3, good morning. Thank you for shout out. Hubby and I will move to the Philippines one day. Been planning it. Okay, Hapsters. Larry P says, wow, he's giving me a bad name. Oh. Larry P, maybe you are escaping to the Philippines, huh? Are you here to troll me? I don't have anything negative to say about Larry and his channel. You know, he does his thing and he's created a successful channel, and good for him. But, you know, I just don't entertain, you know, I don't recall ever attacking him, so I don't understand where it came from. Maybe there was something that I said that was misunderstood. I don't know. I used to watch his videos, but just doesn't seem to be, you know, any point anymore. Mike Foodie, Merc 3, welcome, brother. Dennis Adam, Tom and Ruth put up some videos about this house that he bought. It's made like an expandable shipping container. Yeah. Yeah, he bought there's some company in Japan that sells those. Very cool. There's that old woman. Yeah, I don't know what she's doing. Maybe she'll sit down and say hello. I don't know. I think she looks pretty good in a bikini, but you know. Your wife gave us a smile though through the mirror and a little shake. Oh. Larry P, absolutely nothing to say. Next subject, please. I would love, Milo says, I would love to see Angeles City, up and coming new place to live. Well, you know, Milo, with all of the call centers that are there now, it's really good for the population. They're creating a lot of jobs for the locals, and you know, believe it or not, if all those bars and that walking street and everything went away, it would have almost zero effect on the overall city. The city would still thrive because there's a lot of work there. I guess what would happen is, you know, now this is just my opinion, I don't really know, but a lot of the people that work in the bars aren't from Angeles City. They're from the province. Susan Jinko says, I'm an old lady too, but I'm not worried about it. Yeah, I'm an old man, and I do worry about it because for health reasons, but hey, I'm going to live a day at a time, baby. That's the way they do it here. Jerry Galindo, how are you? Sorry, I missed that. HOWC. How, what does that mean? HOWC. Sophia Comfa, hello. Paul in the Philippines just put up the first of a 3-part interview with a Filipino online scammer. Interesting story. That does sound interesting. A Filipino online scammer. So obviously, I wonder, Clyde, is this a girl? No, I haven't seen it yet. Actually, he still has never contacted me. Isn't that the guy that you said was going to? I thought that was the guy you said was going to contact me. At Paco Bernabe. Oh, sorry. Larry P says hello to Susan. Isco is really cleaning up Manila. Yes, he is. Oh, that fan is making me cry. Let's get some water here. Oh. Ah, there's my wife. The adventure of my life. She was in the chat room, and now she's in the chat room. Milo says, I love the mayor of Manila. He really cleaned up Quiapo. Diva Soria as well. Hosts, where are you in the Philippines? We are in North Caloocan City. They are starting similar cleanups here in Iloilo. Oh, good. Eon Collins, NWOW, NWOW is a really, really neat e-trike. My friend Walter Lavender, my friend Walter from Pirates Cove, Philippines. I believe he's done an entire, he bought one. I think he did an entire vlog on it. If you want to check out Pirates Cove, Philippines, he just bought a brand new one, and it's really cool. I got to test drive it. I was impressed with it. I'll tell you what. It made me want to buy one for Melanie, but Melanie's too shy. She's scared. You know, you don't have to have a registration or license for one of those e-trikes. And I thought it'd be perfect for her to have so that she could just take off and go wherever she wants, whenever she wants. But she's doesn't want to, she's scared of it. Jerry Galindo says, just wanted to say how was Brian's party? It was a lot of fun. We really had a good time. Thanks for asking. Dan Mann says hi to Melanie. Paco Bernabe. Susan Jinko says hi to Melanie. Paco Bernabe says, how did you pick Caloocan? I did not pick it. Melanie did. Melanie lived here and was established here when we met. So that's how I ended up here. Yeah, Melanie put video up right away. God, I think her video was up the night we got there. She put a video up. She's much better about editing and getting a video up than I am. Clyde, Paco Bernabe, Cecil, Haramello or Juramello. Hi, good morning. I'm living here in Tatay. Okay, Rizal. How are you, Cecil? I would retire now at 45 and be a poverty bum for the rest of my life, or work in construction 10 more years and live modest. After today, I want to be a bum. Thanks, Makoto. Whew. Alice Sagabal. My wife says that's the program, Alice Sagabal. I probably said it wrong. It's probably Sagabal instead of Sagabal. Every time I pronounce it the way I think it is, it's exactly the opposite of what I pronounced it. So, Chris Taylor, North Caloocan City. Paco Bernabe, did you get used to the metric system? Not yet, no. Dennis Adam, we got Melanie her learner's permit in the U.S. and I was taking her out, teaching her how to drive, and you know, she never was able to take the actual driver's test and get a full-blown license. Yeah. I was laid off and we had to sell the house, and all of these things happened very quickly in our lives. Melanie left the U.S., came back to the Philippines, and she wasn't able to finish her driver's license, but she did very well, aced the learner's permit test, and she took an online course, which she did very well at. Took her like a week to complete it, and then went in to DMV and took the test, passed that. We were trying. We were on the road to getting her a license, but we didn't have enough time. Poultry Boy, Melanie was in the U.S. about 7 or 8 months, I think, total. Clyde Seaside, Gadget Addict. Gadget Addict, yeah. Oh, really? They're stealing passengers from regular trikes and jeepneys around Baclaran. Oh, I didn't think that was legal to do. I'm surprised they're allowing that to happen. Baclaran. I thought that you had to have in order to pick up passengers, you would have to be registered. But I mean, this is the Wild West, so. Jorna O'Brien, hello, welcome from Chicago. Another Chicago person. They need to get those e-bikes off the major roads. It's causing too many problems. There's some truth to that. You do, I think, like from here to the market, it's okay, but to be going up like MacArthur Highway on an e-bike, and I've seen many of them on MacArthur Highway, where the traffic flows much quicker, you're right. They can't really keep up. What was the top speed? 32 kilometers per hour or something, I think, on the one that Walter had. Jordan O'Brien is visiting Manila this Christmas. Well, that'll be nice. There's something really different about this place at Christmas, you know? Then travel to Digos. Any advice? Any advice? Watch for pickpockets. Watch for taxi scams. The usual stuff for tourists. Load the Grab app into your phone and maybe use Grab instead of taxis. A lot of taxis in Manila are going to want to flat rate you and just take your money. Of course, if you're an American or a Westerner that makes, a good salary, it's not going to be any big deal to you. Peter T, good day from Australia. Just like it wasn't for me 3 years ago when I was visiting, I would say, who cares? Let's just pay it. Let's just, But now it's different for me. I don't overpay anybody for anything. But when I was a Western tourist, I did. I constantly overpaid for everything because it wasn't a big deal to me. The extra $2 or the extra $3 wasn't a big deal to me. I didn't care. To me, it was a hassle to try and, talk somebody down that small amount of money. But now it's a whole different story. Jeepneys and trikes. are losing passengers to these e-bikes who don't have to pay. You know, you have to be in a TOTA group. That's what I thought too. Yeah, Christmas starts in September. Susan Jinko is driving in the U.S. but would never drive here in the Philippines. Okay. SF Bokaki says make sure you have a lady before going to the hotel. James Lonergan says you would think if they haul people electrics would need a license. Yeah. Oh, Bamban Tarlac. Yeah, I know where that's at. Jeff Spicoli, what's up, dude? Cool buds and tasty waves, bro. Spicoli. Yeah, it's hard to imagine. Well, like I said, this is the Wild West, so anything can happen. No, I don't shave my head. Paco says the biggest thing missing here in the U.S. is the daily happy interacting with happy, friendly people. There's a lot of truth to that. There are a lot of happy and friendly people here. Very true. Yeah, normally to haul passengers, you have to be a member of a TODA, TODA. You guys that have come here a lot are used to seeing that on the back of the trikes, and there's a number associated with the TODA. So the TODA that you belong to is area specific in most cases. So yeah, but that gadget addict, I mean, he's that's information that you can trust. That guy is a very good vlogger, PH vlogger, and if he put it up that it's happening, I believe it. I do. He does a lot of really good work. Melanie just uses a pair of hair trimmers on on my head. That's all. I don't. It's just something I don't much care about. I don't know. Some people a dog hair trimmer. Yeah, she actually uses a dog hair trimmer, but it looks like a. Oh, I'm sure Clyde's gonna have something to say about that. Oh, it looks like a regular trimmer that you would see in any salon. Just happened to be. Actually, it says professional hair clipper. There you go. It's got a little dog on it. Can you see that dog on there? Really nice, the quality. So, yeah, I get free haircuts. So that's a good idea, right? I was just reading yesterday, they are working on laws to keep the e-bikes inside of gated communities. Oh. Here in Pennsylvania, Dennis Adams says, here in Pennsylvania, e-bikes are legal, but up to 500 watts. I'm not allowed to go over 25 miles per hour. And Dennis says, I want to turn my recumbent trike into electric power. Yeah, it actually is a dog grooming, but it's really the same thing. There's no difference in this or any other. We're just surprised at the quality of it, though. Professional hair clipper designed for the professional. Ceramic cutting head. Very nice. You can use that shaving kit on your puppy. Yes. Edward Crandall, good morning.
To show the dog. It doesn't show long. Where is that?
It's on the front of the.
Doesn't see it clearly. Is it like this? Oh.
You can see it.
There's a dog. Diba?
There's Maddie.
How much is it?
Hi, Maddie. You want to say hi to everybody?
It's on my blog. Eh?
Oh!
It's already on my blog for like 800 peso, no?
She has a hard time taking her eyes off of Mama whenever Mama's around.
Say hi to Mercury. That's for Maddie, the trimmer. And then we try it to Pilo and it's working. So 2 and 1, diba? Let's go.
Edward Crandall from Virginia. Hey, buddy. What happened? Are we frozen again? No, we're not. We're okay. Are there any Teslas here? Good question. I would imagine. I've seen Ferraris here, so I would imagine there's probably a Tesla somewhere. But I don't really know. Ceramics stay sharp. Is that what it is, James? Ceramic head? That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. Mandy's looking at the clipper box. Oh, not again. Yeah, she... Paco says, I cracked up when Melanie says pesosis. Yeah, I don't know where that came from. That was kind of funny. Jack Kane has seen a couple of Teslas in Makati. Pinoy Wanderer, hello, hello, hello. Good morning to everybody. Tito Road, how are you, sir? Pinoy Wanderer channel. Thanks for coming by, buddy. Good to see you here. We just got home from Angeles yesterday. Okay, Milo, break a leg, brother. Milo's a late night guy, man. It's oh no, it's 10-9-8-7-49, so I guess not. Your bluegrass gig. Clyde Seaside says Phil doesn't mind sharing the clippers with the dog. It's just standing in the bucket. Exactly. It's standing in that basin. Boy, somebody's really playing some loud music out there. Must be a party going on. What's for lunch? Did you get a few lumpia? I did, yeah. Actually, Let cooked the lumpia dynamite. And, oh yeah, I had to have, I had to have a couple of those. They were good, man. Really long ones, too. They found some really long chilies. Those green peppers that they use for the dynamite. Definitely had a couple of those, man. My favorite. Masarap. I think we're taking Maddie to the vet today. She has to have her, what's the date today? Mm, 30th. Yeah, we have to buy her Frontline. That flea and tick stuff you guys know for the dogs. I think we might be going over there to get that today. Or maybe I'll just be going over there to get it. I don't know. Hanoi Wanderer. Tito Road, welcome to the chat, brother. James Lonergan said, I made some Johnsonville brats. Ah, oh, that's something I miss from the U.S. You can't get those here. They just don't exist, even at SNR, guys. And I mean the same ones that you can buy in the States. They do not exist here. Haven't seen them anywhere. And if they're not at SNR, they probably don't exist at all. Barangay Tugatog. And that's where Clyde's wife is from. Hey, did you know that, Tito Road? Yeah, Melanie absolutely loved Johnsonville brats. Oh, that was a flavor, that she had never tasted before because they just don't exist here. Something that she had never tasted before. And I would always pan boil them, in water, and then put them on the grill, finish them on the grill. So they always came out just, so good. Greatest combination in the world are Johnsonville brats and some kind of hot sauce to go with them. Oh. Especially the Frank's Red Hot. Oh, for a little Frank's Red Hot and some Johnsonville brats, you are living like a king, baby. That's good food. Oh. Paco Bernabe, is there a wide river behind your house? I wouldn't call it a wide river, but we have one. It's relatively small. Princess Anne Nude, good morning. How are you? I wonder if I said that right. Barangay Tugatog. 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 I have a tendency to I do pretty good with Tagalog language, but, I've butchered my share. I gotta get out and make some vlogs, man. What do people want to see nowadays? I've done so many walkarounds and neighborhood walkarounds. Maybe another motorcycle shop or What are people most interested in the Philippines, do you think? When it comes to watching PH vloggers, what interests you the most? Just anything? Just want to see the Philippines? Like Tugatog. Tugatog. Yeah, I know the name of that deli. Oh, somebody's asking, oh, Paco's asking, can you get a good prime rib there? Uh, where I'm at, I would say no. In Angeles, I believe there's prime rib available there. That's one thing. You're just what's the name of that deli in AC? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. SF Bokaki. Can't remember the name of it, but I know what you're talking about. A lot of people, a lot of expats go there. Expats are pretty much the only ones that can afford to go there. James Lonergan, brats and onions boiled in Guinness. Yeah, I would boil mine in beer too. Not necessarily boil, but low heat, darken the brat in beer. It's been there for quite a while. The guy's very well known. That deli you're talking about, the name escapes me for some reason. Yeah, we've walked past it 100 times. I can't remember the name of it. Makoto says the good beef is all imported. That's true. Oh yeah, a banh mi roll is perfect for a brat. We never even put them on rolls. Melanie and I, we would just eat them. You know, eat them with like mac and cheese or pork and beans. A good type of pork and beans. Maybe collard greens or spinach. You know, greens are. I mean, brats are just so good. Oh, one of the things we really miss. One of the foods we really miss from the U.S. Rudy Martinez says it's called Pinkies. Uh, yeah, unless the name has changed. Is it Pinkies now? But what did the name used to be? It used to be oh gosh, driving me crazy. I thought there was even a restaurant there by the same name somewhere close by. Have you tried? Eon Collins says, have you tried Marmite? Is that like Vegemite? I thought it was called Barretto's or something. Barretto's Deli. Brettos, Brettos, I think, was the actual name of it. Maybe it's changed its name now to Pinkies. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But I thought it was Brettos. It was the one that was so popular. Yeah, I've never had Vegemite, Eon, so I don't know. And I've even been to Australia and never had it. Now I have to raid the fridge. Doesn't matter what the subject is, we always end up on food here. The Philo and the Philippine subscribers are definitely foodies. There's no doubt about that. They're definitely foodies. Yeah, Wagyu and Kobe are expensive. Yeah. Yeah, Clyde. What if I don't like it? Girl rocks, how are you? Then I'll have all this Vegemite on my hands. If it's gross, you guys, I'm probably not going to like it. I'll tell you what. You guys know? Do you guys know Mang Tomas, the sauce, that nasty brown sugary sauce that everybody loves so much here in the Philippines? I don't like Mang Tomas. Okay, so my guess is I won't like Vegemite either. My kids, I mean, they can turn that jar of Mang Tomas up and just drink it. Oh, it's so gross, so sweet. It's like rice is already so bad for you to begin with, and you put that sugary sauce on top of it. Oh, ugh. Everybody loves everything so sweet here, you know. Vegemite makes good catfish bait. Whoa. Yeah, it's not too hot in the Philippines right now. It's raining all the time. That's true. Yeah, Filipinos love Mang Tomas. It's sweet and sugary. Ooh. It's like brown ketchup with tons of sugar in it. Ooh. Can't stand it. The thing with Vegemite is that you just smear it on lightly to get the taste, not like loading up with peanut butter. Ah. Yeah, because when I use peanut butter, I use peanut butter. What would you compare the taste to? Is there anything you can compare the taste of Vegemite to? Oh, I hear some eagles going. Somebody jamming some eagles outside. They have just brought out in the UK Marmite with peanut butter mix. And Rudy Martinez says this was over a year ago, but it was on Surla Street next to a laundromat owned by a retired American guy. Oh, are we still talking about the deli, or what place in the Phils is not too hot? I don't know. Baguio and Tagaytay areas are not too hot. Chicken sinigang with rice. Oh, masarap. Marmite is very salty and bitter. It tastes and looks like tar. Ooh. Well, that makes it sound appetizing. That makes me want 2 tubes. Gary T, we had a very good time at Brian's birthday party. I've got a couple of videos to upload. Melanie's probably got one or two to upload. You'll see our side of the. You've seen Brian's side of the party already. You'll see our side here the next couple of days as we get our videos edited and up. I got sick in Angeles and just couldn't do anything, man. I didn't even feel like raising my head off the pillow. I got so sick. Do they sell fresh milk there? Yes and no. There are places to buy it. It's not like in the USA where you walk into a supermarket and there's this giant refrigeration unit with 200 gallons of, low fat, non-fat, 2%, 1%, 3%, homogenized. It's not like that here. Here you buy milk in little cardboard boxes, oddly enough. Or Melanie buys powdered milk for the kids, which they make their milk with hot coffee water, which is strange, But that's how they, that's what they do here. It's just different. Yeah, Baguio is a cool place in the Philippines. That's true, Makoto. In Dumaguete and Bacolod, you can get fresh milk. Okay. Am I near Los Angeles? No, I live in the Philippines, GDF. Carabao milk is quite expensive. We have seen gallons of milk for sale at like S&R. But here's the thing. This is the Philippines, and I'm hesitant to buy it for fear that we're going to get stuck in traffic on the way home and the milk is going to go bad because it's so hot here. Something you've got to think about that you wouldn't have to think about anywhere else in the world. It's called Magnolia. Yeah, I've never noticed like gallons of milk in, I don't know, is Magnolia the milk that's in the little cardboard box that you see at Save More and Pure Gold? But that's all we have available to us is Save More and Pure Gold. Those are Filipino grocery stores. And, you don't see Filipinos flock into the milk aisle at Save More or Pure Gold the way we do in the U.S. Americans, if you were to look at Americans, if you were to walk into an American grocery store, every single cart would have a gallon of milk in it. Some carts would have 3 and 4 gallons because of the number of kids they have in their house. It's just different here. Melanie does keep powdered milk here for the kids. They love it. Like I said, they make hot milk. They use the same mortar that we make our coffee with to make their milk. So, I'm sure the taste is nothing comparable to what we were buying at Walmart in the gallon back in the day in California. So, but if you've never had anything else, and our kids love it, I mean, they drink that powdered milk like it's like it's not going to be here tomorrow. They love it. And so that's good. At least hopefully there's something nutritional in it. As you know, our Filipino diet isn't the best diet to have. Do the kids drink Milo? Yes, they do. Susan Jinko says the milk it's in a big bottle. Clyde says Magnolia is the boxed long life milk. Okay. Ramel, what's up, brother? South Calocan brother. Eon Collins says there's a dairy farm fresh delivered if you buy 3 times 500 mil. Okay, Ramel, welcome. I'm actually just about to log off, I think. But Marmite and Vegemite is supposed to be very nutritious. Ah. Yeah, Jack Kane. The only fresh that I've seen is at SNR. Now maybe I'm just not looking close enough because milk is just not on our it's not on our grocery list. Uh, we shop very much the same way that Filipinos do, and milk is rarely on your list. Yeah, we always had a gallon or two in our reef in California because it's just so cheap and it's easy to get. Every 7-Eleven had a big cooler with gallons of milk. The U.S. is so different. We've got dairy farms everywhere in the U.S. So Ramel would like to live in the northern part of the Philippines, maybe up in the La Union area, or maybe further north than that. Yeah, Pangasinan. Oh, okay. San Carlos City and Pangasinan. I think I saw you at the party at GDF. I'm not super close to Brian, but I'm close enough that I can go visit him. Yeah. Mark Doyle says it has a lot of salt in it. Oh, good. It makes good axle grease. Has a lot of salt in it. Spotted on your vlog before Sion's meet in Novaliches. Yes. 9 a.m., Ramel. Wow. James Lonergan, that's cheap. I think we were paying $1.99 in Southern California at Walmart for 2%. So still pretty cheap. $3.49 at any brand name grocery store. Walmart was always super cheap on groceries. So with Melanie working there, we did a lot of grocery shopping at Walmart. Yeah. Your niece was there at Christmas, was always in the reef having fresh milk. Yeah. I would imagine if we were in the U.S., we'd go through a gallon of milk a day with our kids, especially Ira May. Sig Fever, good morning. Gary T, it looks like it's going to rain any minute, almost every day here now. We're in the rainy season, and it's just the way it is here. Joseph Caluche, cigarettes are 100 pesos per pack, which is about $2 US. Been really busy, especially since we are approaching the home stretch of 2019. Yeah, that's true. The burr months begin, yeah. James Lonergan, last pack was in Bacolod, 106 pesos, yeah. All the sorry stores here are 100, I think. Not a smoker. I quit. Fortunately for me, I was able to quit long time ago, 2006. Pag Asa has been predicting 2, 3, even 4 typhoons in the next month. Wow. Wow. So we need to buckle up, Ramel, right? Buckle up and get ready. Yeah. Well, the last one was sure a doozy. The last one made the water breach the bridge over there. So okay, yeah. Yeah, Jack Kane. I was talking about the Marlboros. Are 100 pesos. Wow, there's even a Philippine brand that's only 50 pesos. Wow. Boy, imagine that. And in the US, in Southern California, I think a pack of cigarettes now is $9 US, which is 450 pesos. Imagine 450 pesos for a pack of cigarettes. No one would smoke here in the Philippines. I mean, how could you afford to smoke in the US if it was $9 a pack? My God. I know when I quit smoking cigarettes back in 2006, they were $2.99. And we thought that was outrageous. Floor sweepings and more for 50 pesos. Yeah, James, you're right. I was thinking the same thing. The quality of what you're smoking there. I remember a decade ago when the two strongest typhoons hit Luzon, Ondoy and Pedrig. Mrs. Morgan is somewhere in the house. I don't know where she's at. She might be in the room right now. I don't know. Can't forget about them since I was in the middle of Typhoon Ondoy. Wow. Wisconsin cools, or no, James Lonergan says $6.50 for generic. Eon Collins says 600 pesos for the ones in the UK. So that's $10. Jack King says it's $7.15 in Wisconsin. Makoto says the typhoons from the Philippines come up north and hit Japan's east coast. Wonder what Brian is doing today. He was in here, SF Bukaki, a little while ago. Brian was in the room here. You can buy native Indian cigarettes for 12 to 15 a carton, Canadian dollars. Oof, what do those taste like? Raw Mass says that Manila almost got submerged. Yeah. Manila almost got submerged. You can buy, oh, sorry, James Lonergan. Do they have fireflies there? Yes, we have fireflies. The 3 consecutive earthquakes on Batanes last Tuesday. Yeah, I saw that. Any plans on visiting the States in the near future? Gary T, no. Hi, Melanie. Hi, Mrs. Morgan. SF Bokaki, I missed him. Now, he was here in the beginning. Have you considered getting solar panels? Yes and no. We need a whole new roof and a lot of work done to this house, so it wouldn't do me any good to put solar panels up when we need a new roof. Maybe someday, you know, I just don't have the money to do it. Roger Jr. would love somewhere on a small hill overlooking the ocean. Yeah, wouldn't we all? I agree with you there, Roger Jr. Can't believe that the church tower got toppled, considering it stood for 100 plus years. Yeah. GDF, without going into any great detail on that now, I have a 1 year in the Philippines video, if you want to watch that. It would take me about 30 minutes to do that whole spiel again. I'll give you the 10-cent version though. Met Melanie online through Facebook. Took Melanie to the U.S. on a K-1 visa. Got laid off from a job of 31 years. Couldn't find work. Nobody wants us to hire an old man, so we hunted and we moved back here to the Philippines. And I retired early. I will collect a pension starting at the age of 55. That's the 10-cent version. Oh, yeah. They're making knockoff Marlboros. Yeah, well, they must be knockoff Marlboros if they can sell them so cheap. A helper maid, I hear, is 4,000 pesos per month. $80. Yeah, James, we've got rotten wood that's supporting the roof. God knows how much money it's going to cost. And we're just hoping that it holds up because we can't do it now, you know. But eventually the whole thing's going to have to be replaced. It's just old and, you know. So I don't know. I just hope, we're just hoping that it holds up long enough that we'll be able to one day replace the whole roof. It has to be done. It's just the way it is. Yeah, GDF, I just told you, I have a 1-year living in the Philippines video on my video. If you want to watch that, I can't go through it. It just takes too long. I'm sorry. Thank you for getting into my videos. I appreciate that. It's the second time you've asked that same question. I'm 54, Roger Jr. Yeah, I don't know. We own this house, so we kind of have to fix it either way. We either, you know, eventually we're probably going to have to fix it. So I don't know. We'll see. It's too far down the road to think about. We only live a day at a time here. So on the day that the roof collapses, that's when we'll start thinking about it. Hardy flex wood or plywood for their home ceiling. I think it's just regular Filipino plywood, that paper thin stuff. You could break the piece of plywood with 2 fingers. You know, I think that's what it's made of. How would you find a contractor for the roof? I don't know. We would probably just ask our neighbors. Ramel said they spent $50K on ceiling and roof repairs. Yeah, we actually have, you know, all of the wood going around the house supporting the roof is rotted. Even our door jambs have termite rot. The house is just old. It needs, you know, it needs work. We actually did spend close to 50K. Okay, I did that. Eon Collins says 30,000 minimum for a new roof and beams. Well, that's not too bad. 30,000 pesos. No, that's pretty cheap. That's about half our monthly budget. Is the real estate tax there expensive? I don't know. Regarding the 50K, half of that was spent on materials. Okay, thanks, Ramel. I don't know if real estate tax is expensive. I'm sorry. I should probably know that, I guess, but I don't. I'm just a dumb foreigner. Yeah. Ask the neighbors. They always know. I mean, this, I'm assuming the whole roof would have to be removed in sections and all those, the fascia and everything replaced. It's just rotten. And, you know, it just wasn't done that well. They just don't build things that well here to begin with. So it's just the way it is here. We're more in survival mode than we are about home renovations right now. So Mark Doyle says in Australia, the cheapest pack of cigarettes is 20 AUD. Yeah. Foreigners can't own land. Yeah, that's true. I would suggest gypsum boards for your home ceiling for your future replacement and repair plans. Gypsum board. Yeah. Maybe replace with concrete or rebar. One advantage of replacing rubber boards if they get damaged. Yeah. Any plans on taking Maddie to another dog salon? She looks like a loving and loyal pet. I don't know. Maybe. Not the entire ceiling. Saves money and time. Yeah. Yeah, I don't, I actually don't think it's a good idea to have a ceiling at all. Just keep it open. That way the rats can't move in. They've got nowhere to live. It seems like a better idea to me. Yeah, I was in construction in the U.S. for a little while, so it's very shocking to see the way things are built here. Good comment, Makoto. It's very shocking. Yeah, I think that having a ceiling is it's almost pointless when you're in an area that this sort of thing can happen. There's very little you can do to keep them down. I mean, we're not dirty people. Yeah, it's hollow block construction here and all wood frame in the U.S. Yeah, wood frame and stucco in the U.S. Everything's hollow block here. Yeah. Okay, Gary T, thanks for coming by, brother. Nice to see you here again. Very active person on the channel. Thanks for coming by, brother. Appreciate it. Extreme Makeover Home Edition. Yeah. Stick rebar in the hollow block. Yeah. They seem to do that here. But it's just like #2 bar or something. It's something you could almost bend with your hands. So, again, it's almost pointless. Yeah, that was one of my favorite shows, Ramel, when I was in the U.S. It's amazing what they get done there in such a short period of time. Very interesting show. Mike Anderson, North Calocan City, buddy. Paco, thanks for joining the chat, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, that's true, Ramel. The steel frames are built into the concrete. Not only that, there's tension cables that are put into that concrete foundation to keep it from cracking. So there's a lot of things you don't see. There's, tension wire that's put inside those concrete slabs. You don't see that once the slab is built, but that slab is, you know, it's not going anywhere. It'd be cool if they'd rerun stuff like that on Netflix, you know, those old, because those are very interesting to watch. Oh my. Yeah, I've seen that too, James Lonergan. Yeah. Tone Loco, welcome to the chat. Marnie McLeod, welcome to the chat. Sorry, you guys, I'm just getting ready to log off. I've never been to the Philippines, but I've been thinking about visiting. Okay. I wonder where the cutest girls are, but good internet. Oh boy. Well, there's plenty of Philippine vloggers on YouTube, Marty, that can show you all those things. There's really not good internet anywhere in the Philippines, so good luck with that one. There's livable internet, but if you're used to good internet in the U.S. or wherever you live, you're never going to get anything here that comes close to it. Just the way it is here. It's different, you know. Cute girls are everywhere. Just about any city you move to in the Philippines, there's going to be a boatload of cute girls. Oh, study the culture, buddy. Study the culture most of all. That will be the most shocking part for you when you come here. Marty, I would recommend, if you want to get your feet wet, probably go somewhere to Manila. Fly into Manila, find yourself a hotel, and there's so much to do in Manila. It's a nice, easy way to break yourself into the Philippines. You know, study up on all the things there are to see in the city, and Tone Loco. I don't know if difficult is the word. Um, uh, I'm not sure difficult is the word. It's just a very difficult. It's you know, the people here just think much differently than we do, than Western people, and you know, it's a hard culture to adapt to. You know, especially when you're somebody like me who has all their ducks in a row. But here, having your ducks in a row means absolutely nothing to anybody. People look at you like you're crazy because you've got your ducks in a row, you know? So, just the way it is. It's really hard to explain, you guys. And you have to live it. I mean, you can watch videos on it and think you got it in your head, but until you come here, and you witness it daily, that's when you're really, you know, yeah, it's when you really just go, my God, what have I done? Okay, thanks, Jane, for coming in. And with that, I'm going to call the chat, guys. Thank you so much to everybody that came in today. Once again, you know, another successful Tuesday chat. Thanks to everybody who joined us. And that's going to be it. We'll see you next Tuesday. I think Melanie's going to have a video up a little bit later on today. And hopefully I can get one up by tomorrow. Okay? Thanks a lot again, you guys, for the support. We appreciate it. Bye now.